Hey YouTube, Mark Hoffman here, and today I just want to talk about a few of my favorite Swiss Army knives that I've been enjoying lately. Just a few of these have been ones that I've either picked up once again or I just found falling in my pocket more and more, and I really believe I have found kind of my niche selection here of what I really like to carry. So first off, I'm going to just start off with these. These here are essentially Spartans. I even have another one that I got in the mail today, and these are just all Spartans or Standards. This one I haven't cleaned up yet. I just got this in the mail, but it will look all shiny again once I'm done. So the Victorinox Spartan or Standard is just essentially you've got your main blade, and then you've got your opening layer, your can opener, and then your cap lifter screwdriver set, and then you've got the small blade, and then on the back you have your corkscrew and then your reamer. Now a few of these are actually pretty old. This one is a late 1970s model, very early, probably even 80s model, because it has the stainless steel shield here, but it has no 90-degree stop. The key ring is on the left side there, and it's also, I believe, made out of a very fine nickel silver there. And then the turn on the corkscrew is a 4-turn. However, the reason why I have a feeling it's much earlier than those is because the corkscrew multi-tool doesn't fit here. And usually that means it's going to be a much older knife, because let me get this one out of its protective plastic. This is a Victorinox Standard from the early 60s, and it has a 5-turn corkscrew. And on this one, it's even harder to get that in. So if you think about it, you get rid of that 5th turn, it's going to get a little wider near the base. And if you then think about that and how far that went in, it would fit about there. So for me, I believe this is probably late 70s or even early 1980s, but I picked this up for like $5. So pretty nice. I will be carrying that one. It's not really a safe queen or anything, but this one here is. This one is from the, well, a long time ago, and it looks great. It's very nice. You can see Victoria stamped there, and then you've got a little bit of a crack there, but I don't carry this one, but I do enjoy carrying the Standards / Spartan. Now you're probably asking, well, what makes a Standard versus a Spartan? Well, a Standard just doesn't have the scale tools. Scale tools, none there. Scale tools, there they are. So those are a few that I've been enjoying. I've really liked those, and let me throw this one back in my pocket. And then also on this one, I actually had a bent blade, and I straightened that out as best as I could. So that's a great one. The other ones that I like to carry is just a Tinker. It's essentially the Spartan, but it's got a 3D Phillips here. Don't worry, the follow-up on this is going to happen. Just got to get to it. And then over here, these are the 84mm knives that I just have found are the best to have. These two are my top 2 84mm knives. So the first one is the Walker. It used to be called the Lumberjack, but you've got a main blade here, and then you've got the 84mm combo tool here, and then you've got the 84mm saw. And this thing is just so capable, really fantastic. It would be even better if they added the corkscrew, and then that would probably be almost the perfect knife, honestly. So over here is the Sportsman. It's essentially a small 84mm Spartan, but what you get is the really nice nail file there and nail cleaner tool. So for me, that's one of my top ones that I like to carry. Over here we have the Executive. These Executives are getting harder and harder to find, but for some reason I am just able to find these things like nobody's business. I mean, these things, I'm able to get them for about $20 at a really low price, and then sometimes I'll get them for even $25-30, but Man, they're great. This one here is kind of heavily used one. This one's definitely a user. But in the executive, you get the scissors, you get the nail file, nail cleaning tool there. Then you get the orange peeler right there, and a small flathead screwdriver there. And then you get the main blade, and then a small pen blade. So this is definitely one that I like to just carry around the house. This one I had picked up for about 19 bucks, and it just needed new scales and a cleaning, so I just decided, hey, just carry those instead of selling them. Next one up is going to be the camper, and the camper is essentially your Spartan / Standard, but you just get the 91mm saw blade. And this one I love to just take on hiking trips, walking trips, or anything like that. Of course, I could take the walker, but you know, sometimes you want to go on a picnic and have a bottle of wine, and that's fine. So I like to carry that. And then next up is the climber. The climber is essentially the Spartan, but what you get is the 91mm scissors. So that is another one that I really like to carry. It's a really great one to carry. And let me see. I think, I'm gonna leave those combo tools in there. So next one up is going to be the Huntsman. So the Huntsman is basically the camper and the climber had a baby, and you've got the Huntsman. You get the scissors, and then you also get your saw. But what you get out of this that the climber also has is the parcel hook. I use this sometimes, but I don't use it too much. But this is definitely a heavy hitter when it comes to being in the pocket. It really is a useful knife. Next one up is probably my top favorite, and this is the Mountaineer. The Mountaineer is essentially the climber, but you get a metal saw or a metal file, and I just use this to file my fingernails, really. It really is a fantastic knife, and it's essentially everything else that's in the camper, except you lose that wood saw and you get the metal saw. Now, these are just some of the ones that I carry, but these have been really honestly the ones that I've been carrying the most. So I've got my 3-layer, I have my 4-layer, I believe 4-layer, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 layers. And then I've got this 2-layer, 2-layer, yeah, 2-layer, and then 2 layers. So really, these are like my magic set of Victorinox knives. These have been the ones that I've been carrying the most, been using the most, and finding in my pocket the most. And these are just really great ways to go when it comes to Victorinox knives. So I thought I would just share these with you. So till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.